Hello, and welcome to the Sunday meditation at the Light Institute of Galisteo and the Sanctuary of Light. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, this is the way we do this meditation. We divide it into 3 parts, and after each part I'll make a little Om sound so you can push your pause button, and that way you can sit in meditation for as long as you like. We begin with our divine higher self. It's the intuitive essence of your soul. It's your own inner voice. And when you bring it into form, we bring it into our body so that as we sit in meditation, we're allowing and aligning to that wonderful frequency of our true selves. And then there's a little Om, push the button. The second part of the meditation is what we call the art of radiance. And through that, we reach up into the cosmos and draw down a beautiful beam of white light to the top of the head, down into the solar plexus. The solar plexus, the stomach, is the center of our emotional bodies. And so as we pull the white light down and then we extend it out from us, across the planet, so that we're giving light to the planet and then back up into the sky and the cosmos. And we just keep allowing that. You can do it with your breath. Breathe in, draw the white light down, extend it out, like that. Just continue to do that. You'll find that that frees your mind and it brings you into a meditative state. And it's just a wonderful way to quicken your frequency because we are all made of light. And then in the third part of our meditation, we look at a situation or a place or something that's happening on the planet, and we extend light, we extend energy to that. And that allows us to activate a sense of purpose in our lives. Each week someone will ask for something in specific. This week we're going to do it about war. There are too many wars. We cannot continue to kill each other and to destroy property and home and safety. And so we're going to send light to all of the wars. There may be a war that is very poignant for you, or all the wars that are going on around the planet. It's just sending light so that we can bring that to a closure. That people realize that this is not what we can do with the embodiment that we have and the presence we have on this planet. We are all here to create a new world, a new level of consciousness, of embodiment. So those are the 3 parts, after which we have a part called knowings, and we'll talk about that afterwards. If you're ready, close your eyes. We'll begin with our breath to slow down our brain, expand our consciousness, so we really can give ourselves a very wonderful and deep meditation. Breathe in through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth. You might even feel your brain slowing down when you do this, because it does. Breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And now ask your higher self, the intuitive essence of your soul, your own inner voice, to take a form for you. It could be a light or a being or an animal or a tree, an equation. Matters not the form it chooses for this moment. Just ask it to take form now. And ask your higher self to touch your body where you hold your divine source, your divine essence at this moment. And just imagine that your higher self is touching anywhere in your body. Focus on that touch and breathe in so that you're opening that area of divine source that your higher self is touching, activating for you. And now imagine that you could draw your higher self in through that point and sit in meditation as your higher self there inside you. Om. Breathe in deeply and reach up into the cosmos with your consciousness and draw down a beautiful beam of white light through the top of your head, down into your stomach, your solar plexus, and laser that beautiful white light out from you, through your auric field, out across the planet, and back into the sky. And again, draw the white light down and laser it out. And just continue to do that. Breathing it in, breathing it out, stretching your auric field, lasering light across the planet. And just continue to do that. Feel how it brings you into a profound state of stillness and peace. Om. Take a deep breath into your body and bring into your mind's eye all of the wars that are happening, the destruction and the sorrow that war brings across the planet. There may be a particular war that you want to focus on, or all of the ones that you are aware of. Bring them into your mind's eye. And then ask that frequency of war and all the people and the energies that are involved in it, what frequency of light they need to abolish war, to dissolve it away, to find that we humans can recognize our same purpose, to be safe, to grow our families, to live in a world that allows us to evolve our souls. So see what color this energy of war and all those involved in it are asking for from you. And whatever color comes into your consciousness, because color is the cosmic energy of communication. Whatever color comes, again, reach up into the cosmos and pull exactly that color down through the top of your head and laser it out to the wars, to all of those involved in the wars, and allow that frequency of light, that color, to continually stream through you and out into that darkness, into that violence of war. And continue to do that until you begin to feel a shift. Because what we extend through our consciousness ripples out and does make a difference in our world. Om. Take a deep breath into your body and open your eyes. And thank you for joining in that meditation. And I would recommend that if you're finding out about that through any kind of media, that immediately just begin to, what frequency of light, color do you need from me, and just zoom that into your computer, into your television, into that place. And you will feel better, and it will create a ripple that could bring us to a state of peace, so we can grow on now as humans, as divine beings. In this part of our meditation, we call it knowings, and people from around the world ask questions that they would like for us to bring forward, so that we can all be uplifted by these conversations. And so Allison will tell me the questions that have come this week.
The first question is from London, England.
London.
Dear Chris, can you please talk about how to let go of struggle? Everything I've attempted in the past few weeks is being blocked. The harder I try to make something happen, the more stuck it gets. What can I do to stop this cycle?
That's a great question that I'm sure many, many people can relate to at this moment. The first thing that comes to me is that one thing that's very important when you're attempting to complete a project, or you want to start something, or you want to go into a direction and it feels like it's blocked, is to realize that there's a purpose in that block. And what my higher self says is that whenever you want to do something, always ask first, is this mine to do? And secondly, is this the moment? Because your higher self is always orchestrating the people, the situations, the synergy of anything. And so if it's not happening right now, it's not you. And you want to look at, are you defining yourself through this? Because if you're struggling and you're pushing on it, you have an investment, and this is good. But if we are running after our lives, if we are defining ourselves by what we do, then we're missing the essence and the purpose of being embodied. And so when something doesn't want to happen, realize maybe it's not the right time. Ask that question, is this the right time? Is this for me to do? And if you get no, then let that go and do something different. Do something for you that brings you into a place of harmony. And as I say, do something. That might be meditating. It might be staring at the stars or walking in the woods. Always create emotion. In Chinese medicine, we say blood follows qi and qi follows blood. And what that means is that if you move your body, the energies will change. And so it may be that you need to change your energies a little bit and let that go. We often think if we don't accomplish something at this moment, that we're we're not being successful, we're not doing what we should. At the moment of your death, you will not be counting all the things that you have done. At the moment of your death, you will be embracing the truth of your spirit. And so do things for you that make you happy. Maybe it's listening to music or dancing, or what I love, walking in the woods, walking in nature. Because when we're in nature, it expands our consciousness in a way that allows us to let go of, I should do this, or this has to go this way. It will all come together because of you. But you have to allow it. Don't struggle. Choose something that brings you peace, that makes you feel safe and happy, and then let things come. Connect with your higher self. Life is meditation. You can meditate when you're walking. You can talk to your higher self and hear answers that will help you to let go of struggling. And a little laughter is very, very good. Alison, the second one.
From Germany.
Germany.
Chris, what would I have to do? What does my body need to get healthy from a burnout and depression?
Why do we get burned out? Again, we get burned out because we're so focused that this has to happen, or we're overwhelmed by the things that are coming into our lives. And we don't realize that we have the power of choice, that we can choose for ourselves how we respond to life around us. And so if you're burned out, it means that you perhaps are pushing too hard, trying too hard, and that you need to let go of that. And again, create a balance by experiencing moments in your life that you create that are not about burnout, that are not about this has to happen or something's pushing on me. How we always think that the sky will fall if we're not there doing whatever we're doing. And I have noted, and this is, by the way, one of the reasons that our bodies begin to fail us, because they're saying, time out, pay attention to me. And so you could begin by asking your body, what does it want from you? What does it want physically? Does it want exercise or sleep? Does it want a certain kind of food? Begin to ask, what would you like? And then do or what you hear. And you will be amazed at the shift. The burnout is simply, again, because there's not enough focus on you. And not in a selfish way. Don't think of it as selfish. Think of it as that the better that your vehicle functions, the more that you have to give your gift into the world, the more that you give your gifts into the world, your presence, the happier you will be. Depression, I would feel that depression is very much not just psychological. It really is imbalance in all of the systems of our bodies. And one of the things that we have found, which I think is very important, is that when we don't have enough oxygen, we feel depressed. The cells get depressed because they don't know what's happening. They can't feel alive. So again, that conversation, blood follows chi. If you're depressed, try to find a way to move your body, to pump your blood, because that will uplift you. I always recommend spinning. Spin to the right. And just spin around like a child. Once, twice, 5 minutes, as long as you can until you get a little dizzy, and then hold your thumbs out and look at your thumbs. Spinning releases pent-up energy. It'll open you up. It'll make you feel awake again. And then, of course, there are so many ways to check your body. You can actually use a little machine to see the oxygen levels of your body. You could practice breathing. You could take hydrogen peroxide, only food grade, not hospital grade, not the kind you buy in the store, but food grade hydrogen peroxide, and spray it into your mouth. And you would be amazed at, again, how that brings more oxygen to you. There are foods like beets that give you nitric oxide, and nitric oxide increases the oxygen levels of our body. Some of the vitamins like B vitamins, vitamin E, alter the systems, the blood, and bring more, again, oxygen into the cells. So wherever you are, you want to really pay attention to the oxygen level, and that will dissolve the depression. Don't think of yourself as a depressed person. Think of yourself as someone who's feeling down at this moment, who needs to change things. You have the power to change things. And if you ask your body, would you like me to go for a walk? Body, would you like me to take a shower? You will be surprised at that sense of connecting to your body and starting to feel better. You are not your depression. You are not your burnout. You are yourself. And your body is saying again, time out. Let's regroup. It needs something else from you. And it's not about the outside world. It's about the inside world. So think of yourself as a being who can be healthy and who can be full of life. And focus on all of the infinite ways that you can bring those kinds of energies to you that are specific to what you love and who you are. Is there another?
The third question and last question is from Los Angeles, California in the U.S.A. Chris, thank you for helping us catch the higher frequencies. How do we pass these forward without blowing other people away? Sometimes my blast of energy pushes on people and creates an irritation. I watch you in knowings with your very high vibration but it is so soft. How do you do this?
What I do, everyone can do, and that is that I always search for a sense of peace inside myself. And so meditate or spin around or do things that make you feel centered. Because the higher your frequency, the more that can reflect into the world. So if that's bothering people, there's something about the way you're transmitting it that you might want to polish a little bit. Because you don't want to slow down your vibration. You don't want to hide who you are. If people are somehow bothered by your joyousness or the fun that you make or the life force that you have, you may need some new friends. Never feel that you should close down. But what I find is that if you pay a little attention in your frequency to looking at what's happening with others and then extend energy to them, they will not be offended by who you are. Sometimes it creates an opposition or a jealousy that they don't feel that happy, and so it makes them feel a comparison. The way that you get through that is that you look and see who they are, what we call at the Light Institute, piercing the heart, and so that you can reflect your high vibration in them. Say, I love your humor, or say something that is truthful about who they are. One of the things that you can do with that high vibration that is such a gift into the world is in your consciousness. When you're going to go be with someone or when you're with somebody and maybe they're kind of depressed or they're feeling negative, in your consciousness ask, what color do you need from me to be happy or to be safe or to be full of life? However you want to put it. And then imagine, they have to pick the color, imagine that they are showing you a color or telling you the color or that you feel that color coming from them. And then as we were doing in our meditation before, imagine that you're drawing that color down from the cosmos and out through your solar plexus to them. You can do this while you're talking to them. It's a good thing to practice. It's an amazing opportunity to see how people psychically are connected, because they will begin to respond differently when they feel that you are not just taking up all the space or all the energy, but that you're sharing that with them and that you are actually including them, that you're looking at them and you're communicating with them and you're complimenting them on something that's true and making them feel full of life as well. It's really easy, but that's what we do here at the Light Institute, and we have found that this always will bring people up, because your presence, if you're happy, and in Chinese medicine, by the way, we have a description of that kind of higher, faster energy. We call it the full heart. The full heart people are always full of life, always up, chattering, and that can bother others, but it only bothers them because they wish that they were that way. So if you turn around in your consciousness and you extend energy and your life force energy to them, without them even knowing it consciously, you will bring them along, and then you will be using this gift that you have of a higher frequency, of an expanded aura, of the blessing of life. Be yourself.